to move this forward. You don't see me in a chair very often because I am an ADD child. You know that about me. Usually when I'm up here... Am I on? Here we go. Usually I'm up here doing a talk, I'm running up and down the stairs and a little bit hyperactive, really hyperactive last week. It didn't seem appropriate today. We are in the season of love, the season of light and goodness. I love that idea. I love the idea, the divine idea of love that is manifested in this community and so many people in this community. I love Christmas. I love celebrating the birth of that love and that light within my own heart to just a little bit more every year in the hearts of those that I share this human experience. I had a fabulous talk prepared for today. I mean, it was probably the best talk I've ever given. Yet, I turned on the news Friday night at 11 o'clock, and the talk was no longer appropriate. It just wasn't right. So you'll maybe get it when we talk about love in February. You might get that talk. But it just didn't feel appropriate. And I found out even today that there was not only children on our shores whose lives had been snatched, but also in China as well. And it just seemed like a difficult task to come up here and to talk about love when the nation is hurting. The nation is hurting at depth. Anybody who's a parent or a child is feeling at the same point, the same ideas and the same thoughts. And we as a community are feeling that as well. And so I sat down Friday night right after the news at midnight and until about 3 o'clock in the morning and said, God, give me something to say. I'm supposed to come and enlighten these people and say something profound and beautiful to make whatever pain go away. And it took till 3 in the morning, at least, because it was just a brain dump. It started with a brain dump. How do I process this myself? How do I put onto page and then into my mind and my heart something to offer these people? And it became a conversation with God. And so the talk today is not a typical talk that I give. But what I want to share with you is my conversation with God and hope that it might bring you some understanding and peace as we all wrestle with that which is ours to try and comprehend. At a spiritual level, that which is trying to understand this human experience and why things happen. And I used in that brain dump, and that it became the dialogue, an analogy that I have used many times in my metaphysics classes. And that is the idea of a whale that washes up on a beach. In this human experience, there are things that happen we don't like. There are things that happen that don't feel right. There are things we wish would be different. We want to change. Yet there they are. Here's the whale that's washed up on our beach. What are we going to do about it? Individually, as a community, and collectively as the human race. And so it's not memorized like I'd like to usually know what I'm going to say, because I just wrote it at 3 o'clock in the morning on Friday or Saturday morning. But it comes from my heart. And it is simply my dialogue. It is real. It is raw. And I invite you to accept it as so. I invite you to maybe see your own struggle, your own thoughts, because at the end of the day, I just get to be the one up here, but we're all going through these same ideas together. We're doing it hand in hand and heart to heart. So, this is my thoughts. A whale washed up upon my shore. Why it's here, where it came from, or what to do with it completely escapes me. This whale, this massively painful experience of life calls me to do something courageous, say something profound, or to feel something to bring healing. Yet I stand here paralyzed, speechless, and numb, as a sense of hopelessness and helplessness dominates my every faculty. I am left wanting. My mind is searching in vain for answers, desperate to understand, to figure out, to explain, and to rationalize. The exercise only leaves my heart aching as I am left with the emptiness of the question, why? Why? No answer comes. My ears, my hands, and my eyes are now desperately in search for assistance. Yet nothing and nobody appears, and I feel so very alone. I'm supposed to have the answers. I'm supposed to have the solutions, the steps, the magic pill and the magic spell to make it all go away. Yet again, I am left wanting. I know this whale, this beautiful whale, was once a thing of beauty and power and grace. But what I see before me now is nothing but a mass of pain, suffering and confusion, and yes, ugliness. And I can't wrap my head or my heart around it. What happened to this divine idea, this divine miracle of life that it could end so tragically? Where is that divine creature now? Where is God here? Why doesn't God do something? What kind of God would allow this to happen? Aha, finally, an emotion. I am feeling something. Ticked off. I'm angry. But at least I'm feeling. Why doesn't the tide roll in and save this poor creature on the shore? Somebody do something. God, do something. Send somebody. This isn't my problem. Why do I have to deal with this? I need something to hit, to throw, to destroy. And all I want to do is close my eyes, walk away, and pretend it's not here. It's not mine to deal with. I try to run, but I can't. Because something is stirring within me. Something is moving at the depth of who I am. So I simply circle, cautiously gawking at the horrendous spectacle. And I continue to wrestle with the question, why? And a great fear overwhelms me. Aha! Another emotion. Fear. Fear that another whale might be right behind. Fear that another whale might be right behind, making its way to my shore as I stand here doing nothing. Maybe it will fall even closer to my feet, to the sand that I play in, or to the sand castle I just built with my grandchild. It's not fair. It's not real. It can't be. Yet it is. And it scares me. Come on, God. Do something. Do something for the whale. For the next whale. For me. For the children. For the families. Do something for anyone. I listen. I listen. Yet there is an emptiness. Until I hear the thundering crash of my faith as it washes up on the shore of my doubt, just like the whale did. Ah! At the bottom of that crash, at the release of my breath and the extinction of my human understanding, comes silence. Stillness. A stillness that transcends the roar, the crash, the anger, and the fear. It overwhelms me. It overcomes me. It is a moment like I have never felt before. I teach silence. I talk about silence, yet it is a silence more profound than anything I have ever known in my life. It is beyond my human comprehension and beyond the scope of my human mind. And in that deafening hush comes a voice so faint that I must stop straining to listen in order to hear it. No more whys. There is no comfort in why. There is no answer in why. But God, I have to know. I have to know or I'm going to go mad. It is the madness itself that makes you so desperate to know why. It is the desperate madness of humanity grasping, clutching and scratching at why that brought this whale here in the first place. And when you allow your emotions and your human needs to dominate, you are only adding to the insanity, my son. I didn't create this. I didn't create this. I didn't drag this whale up onto the beach. No. No, you did not. No one person did. Yet we are all part of a great, magnificent whole. And every thought that we hold, every feeling we embrace, and every reaction we have to life, every reaction we have to the whales in life, either adds to or subtracts from the madness. I have to do something. God, I have to do something. Well, perhaps you do, or perhaps you don't. But now, Richard, the question you are asking will do much more good for the whale, this one and the next one. What is the answer, God? What should I do? What should I do? And there's only silence. I need an answer. What should I do? Stop the anger. Stop the fear. Stop the madness. It only blocks what is possible here. Possible? You've got to be kidding. Possible? Possibility in the midst of this? What is the answer, God? Again, silence. Love. That's all you got? Love? That's it? Love? Yes. Love. Love more deeply. Love more often. Love more readily and easily, my friend. Love more consciously. Love more clearly and passionately. Love to the core of who you are. Love to the core of those around you. Love to those who love and love to those who hate. Love to those who care and love to those who have forgotten how to care. Love those that build up and love those that destroy. Love those you understand and those you do not. Love to those who hold pain. Love to those who have released pain. And love also to those who have tried to pass their human pain onto somebody else. Love every breath, every heartbeat, every blink of your eye, every moment. Love the whale, and love yourself for the strength and the ability to love that whale. Love the whale whether it dies or lives. Love what is. Love the families, the children. Love those who are lost and hurting. Love what is, what has been, and love what is to be through your ability to love. How, God, can I love this experience? There is pain here. There is pain here, and there is loss here. Yes, there is pain. But love will overcome it. Yes, there is human loss here. But love will overcome that as well. There is confusion, there is anger, there's fear, and the human need for revenge that cuts deep. Love will overcome it all. But you must be its creator. You must be its source. You must be the one that gives that Christmas gift. It's too hard. God, that's too hard. I cannot do that. Yes, it is difficult, my son. I understand. There are easier ways. It's difficult, but it is possible. And those easier ways will not bring the comfort that you seek. Try as you might. Nor will they bring the comfort to the whale. Nor will they stop other whales from being caught in the human nets that drag them on to the next shore. Only love can do that. Trust me. It is worth your effort. It is worth our efforts together. You know, Richard, earlier you asked me. You asked me to send someone. Send someone. I did. I sent you. People will call me weak, God. They will laugh at me and condemn me for being soft. They probably will. But let me remind you of these words. Blessed are the meek, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. Blessed are they that mourn, for they shall be comforted. Blessed are the merciful, for they shall obtain mercy. And blessed are the pure of heart, for they shall see God. In your love you shall know heaven, and in your love you will awaken to yourself as a child of the Most High. And in doing so, you will create a new possibility for yourself and for all, those still here and those that have passed beyond the veil. God, if I do this, will the whale be saved? I cannot assure you of that one way or the other. I'm sorry, for I am not of this world. I can assure you that that whale is much more than what you see. Love is all I know. Love is all any of us truly are. And when we know this at the depth of who we are, all the answers will be revealed. Be patient, my son. For now, I leave you with one final thought. Faith, hope, and love. These three things remain. But the greatest of these is love. My original talk title today was The Greatest Love of All. And perhaps the greatest love of all, the greatest light of all, is born in the most dark times, in the most painful times. Let us cherish this now moment. It is a gift. And no matter what this now moment brings to us, let us call forth love. See it, claim it, know it, proclaim it, produce it, and affirm it, and live it. We honor the lives of the children in Newtown, Connecticut, and the lives of the children in China by finding a greater capacity to love. We honor the life of our beautiful Christine Goss, who was a miracle of love in action, even if it looked a little nutty at times, by finding a greater capacity to love. Life is going to bring us whales. I wish I could tell you different. Life's going to bring whales, and there'll be more whales that show up on our shore. I don't know why. Why is a waste of time. What I do know is that my capacity to love is greater, it is bigger, it is more powerful than any whale. Let us prove this truth, and let us give birth to this reality, to this truth this Christmas. And perhaps the greatest love of all will be the greatest gift of all that we give each other in our celebrations, in our hurt, in our darkness, and in our pain. Last week at the family chat, I shared my vision for this community. And I've got extra copies. And that vision, if you boil it all down, it's all commentary except let's love each other a little more deeply. I invite you into that vision to take that sheet home, to live it, to breathe it, and know that this Christmas, this community is giving birth to something that is a miracle that is beyond any whale that might wash up on our beach.